How's it going, guys? Sandris here, and today we're going to talk about killer moves in arm wrestling. Is there even such thing, and if there is, what is required to apply them correctly? I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I'm not going to train, not going to talk about myself. In order, I'm going to address some YouTube comments, which I never do. So I was watching video with Coach Ray on the Voice of Armwrestling YouTube channel. Going to link the video down in the description in case you haven't seen it yet, where Ray was explaining to Larry the importance of center in arm wrestling and how to apply the side pressure to win the center even before the start of the match. Everything was cool. I was scrolling down the comments like I always do, and I saw this comment. I know really nothing about arm wrestling, but I feel these coaches complicate things for Larry. He should be learning small amount of killer moves, then move on to the details. Now that is one of the dumbest comments I have seen in a long time. I know really nothing about arm wrestling, but you should learn killer moves. I mean, that is like saying, I know really nothing about politics, but to run for president, I think you should walk around, look for a pregnant woman. When you find them, punch them in the stomach, film it on a video and put that on your campaign. I mean, that's bullshit. Okay, just calm down. Everything's fine. Calm down. Okay, let's get serious now. So I replied to the guy that he's right. He really does know nothing. And which I thought was a pretty funny and sarcastic comment, and it was, to which he said that, yeah, I don't know, but I know how to train beginners in many different things, and the principles are the same. But hey, I wish Larry best of luck. I mean, he feels like a nice guy. I have no problem with that, but the things he's saying just doesn't make sense. To which I replied that maybe he should show us the video or make a tutorial on how to train beginners and what principles should be applied, you know. And apparently he deleted the comments because they ain't there anymore. So I was right. Basically, this guy is saying that you should learn killer moves first and then move on to the details, which is just nonsense. How can you learn to top roll, for example, without knowing the details?
So what's the top roll again?
So are there killer moves in arm wrestling? Well, yes and no. There are no one move or moves that will guarantee you a win in an arm wrestling match. I mean, it might if you are a beginner and your opponent has no clue what he is doing, and then maybe, but on a high level, no. But can the top roll, hook, press, you know, whatever, become your killer move? Yes, if you refine and work on the details. For example, top roll consists of many different little moves in order to make one good top roll. So it is finger strength, hand or cup, pronation, ability to block your opponent's supination, ability to rise higher than your opponent, applying the back pressure, applying the side pressure, or that center that Ray was talking about with Larry. And you have to do all these little movements before the start. You just have to. For the beginners, I always tell to get as tight as possible. Get that arm as far behind your chest as you can, so it would be impossible to pin me like this without breaking the arm, or without me going with the arm if I'm losing, in order to lose safely, because this is basically a bone lock. It just doesn't move further. So from this position, before the start, I wanna load up my back pressure. I wanna tighten my fingers and hand, not holding on to the opponent, but just keep it tight and apply that center pressure a little bit. This way, I have to go the least distance to the pad in order to win the match. Compared if I would start with my hand outside of my body, I have to go almost twice the distance in order to win. And one more thing, your opponent probably also knows this stuff, so if you are starting with your arm already here, outside of your body, what can happen is, if your opponent applies the same pressure, we can get way outside of our shoulder. So from this position, it is basically impossible for me to do anything. So in order, we should start like this. Even if our opponent applies the same amount of pressure and I'm compromised, I will not end up here. I will probably stop him right around here, so when my arm is in one line with the shoulder. And from this position I can still go inside, I can go outside, I can go sideways, you know, so you should never give your opponent any kind of advantage before the start. So always square up, get as tight as possible, so when the ready go comes, I'm already locked and loaded and ready to fire, you know? Just like a drawn back bow, you let go and the arrow just flies, and with arm wrestling it's the same thing. So are there killer moves in arm wrestling? Yes, but only if you refine the details first. Okay, that's it for me today, guys. Stay safe, stay strong.